Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose Ucar. Every week we bring the tips, tools, and strategies for you to become a world-class public speaker. We bring you guests, experts, and authorities in the field of public speaking to enrich you and enhance your public speaking journey. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment. And now, please welcome your hosts, Elliot and Jose.
Yeah, baby! Okay.
Baby, come back!
You know what I'm feeling? Jose?
What are you feeling? Oh, Elliot K.
I'm
Tell me.
feeling I'm easy. I'm easy like a Sunday morning. That's right. I'm easy. I'm so easy. I'm going to whip off my jacket. That's right. That's how easy I am. I'm easier than a lady who stands like a lady. That didn't come out right at all.
No.
That's not
Okay,
where I wanted to go with that. I thought I was going to say something really clever. So please, to all the listeners, I'm not saying that ladies are easy. I retract my statement and I give myself a
boo,
because that was pretty
time,
bad.
big time.
Pretty
Boo,
bad.
yeah,
Let's
that
start
was
again.
bad, and it's okay.
Jose,
it's
guess
okay.
how I'm feeling.
Yeah, what are you feeling? How are you feeling? What's going on with your feelings? Elliot K. Yeah, tell us.
I'm feeling easy like a Sunday morning. I'm feeling so easy that if I just cooked a burger, I would look at it and it would cook. I'm feeling so easy. I would look at a coffee and it would brew. I'm feeling so easy that I ain't got nothing.
Okay, no, you feel like, as easy as me, you said before we started podcasting.
Yeah,
today.
as easy as you.
So I don't know what that means for me, if I'm easy and as in what, but definitely, I'm easy that when I see a burger, I cook it. Is that what you said?
I don't know what I'm saying.
I cook it with my eyes. Okay, anyway, that's not the definition of easy for me.
Okay, so let's get this episode on the go after probably the worst opening in our podcast history.
Wow.
My name's Elliot K, and I'm one half of the Public Speaking Expert podcast. And despite rumors, I am easy. And I work with business owners and entrepreneurs to help them stand out, be more giraffe, to be the go-to authority expert in their field through the use of advanced public speaking tools, techniques, and trainings. We focus on structure, language, and impact. Jose, over to you.
Whoa, I missed. Okay, sorry. So can you do it again so I do it right?
Jose, over to you.
Hi, I'm Jose, communication and public speaking coach, and I help businesses, entrepreneurs to stand out, connect, and deliver their greatness through the power of advanced communication skills. But I could also say, on top of that, if you notice that I've got an accent, you've got an accent when you speak in English, then I'm also your guy. I love to help people to speak their greatness no matter what. Elliot, we are here today to make it easy, are we not? In general.
We are here to talk about public speaking made easy. So first things first, why do people find it so hard?
First of all, and I always go here, so ourselves.
Where's here? Remember, people are listening to you. Where's
exactly,
here?
But I'm about to say it here, and I'm pointing at my head, so people also you can watch the video on YouTube. Okay, so mindset, people, mindset. How you think about your speaking is actually going to dictate how you perform as a speaker. Thank you. Finally, I got there.
Got it out of you.
I got there in the end. And I shared this today. This is a very interesting quote. I don't know who from, but yeah, it's about work on the messenger before you work on your message. So it's not, I like it. So do I. That's why I decided to share it today.
Don't start the tips yet. Remember, that's a whole section.
We're gonna go exactly. So I gave that away. Right. So remember, people, so I'm going to rewind, pretend I didn't say that. So you haven't heard that yet. You're going to hear it next. So I got 2 boos. I'm going to find a way for me to boo you today. So I'm going to really work on this today. So, okay, I said mindset, your beliefs, the overthinking element. So many people is just like, yeah, I'm not good enough. The lack of confidence. We touch on all of these elements every time because they keep on presenting themselves. It's just that internal dialogue that we run, the stories we tell ourselves, the fact of not knowing, not investing as well, so that we prepare coaches, so on. So all of these things don't make it easy. Thinking that we're going to learn this overnight thinking that we're just going to go on Google and find all the answers and then we're going to become great speakers. So speaking made easy, those are some of the problems. Elliot K., I'm going to be picking on you. The thing is, I cannot give you the boo, so be fair. If you mess up, boo you.
Well, listen, the other day I was doing a training, right? And I was doing one of our signature talk trainings. It was on Friday. And there's a section we talk about the solution to your problem, like, because signature talk's all about selling, enrolling people to buy into. And this lady that I was training was like, I agree, but I don't agree, and I've just got another outlook. I said, look, you're very entitled to disagree as long as you know I'm right. So it's the same with you, Jose. You can
give
you
yourself
can boo
give
me.
yourself a boo. Boo.
No.
No, there's no booing.
No boo. That's not a boo.
Who decides on the boo? Okay, people, if you think this was a boo, just mention it somewhere or drop Elliot a message.
Get on the Elliot and Jose show on Instagram, and then you can boo on a photo that we'll put up if you think it was a boo. I'm pretty sure I get booed for that, so here you go.
Boo!
So yes, I think another aspect, just building on what you're saying, in terms of mindset, I think a lot of people magnify speaking so that they make it something bigger, they elevate it. And the problem, of course, with elevating anything is once it's elevated in your mind, you're very small, right? So if you think about it, why do a lot of people don't approach really hot people, right? So if you're a guy and you like hot women, a lot of people won't approach a hot woman, or a hot guy. If you're a guy that likes guys, a lot of guys are like, oh my God, they're too hot for me. Because what you've done in that moment, you've elevated them. You've gone, oh my God, they're so much bigger than me. I'm little small. I'm going to get rejected. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough, etc. It's the same with speaking. A lot of people elevate speaking. They put it on this pedestal. And so it appears really big. And as long as it appears big, then it's going to be a challenge because it will bring out your insecurities, your fear of rejection, what you think you're not good enough. Or of course, the other thing we get is, who am I to do that? Who am I to stand there? Who am I to approach that big person, right? I've always said this in terms of approaching people in life. I said there's only two people I'm going to be nervous ever approaching in my life. One of them is Eminem, because I'm like, he's like, oh my God. And the other one might be Simon Cowell, because he's just so incredible. Might be not great people, but those are the only two I think I'll ever be nervous approaching. And because I don't elevate anybody. And we'll talk about a tip to that later. So yes, elevate, making something bigger than you makes it a challenge. What else have you got, Josie?
Wow, you got me thinking about Eminem and my rapping skills. So I'll probably just go, Joe,
Let me
Eminem.
just preempt that.
Boo!
Okay, that will stop you from rapping.
So that's done. That's for my rapping. So I'll carry on. The elevating thing, Elliot, is key. And that imposter syndrome that's been mentioned as well today and in the past. Also, that perfectionism, the fact that we have an idea in our head as to how it has to be, it should be. And until we get to that point, we don't take action. So that perfectionism, we're going to touch on that when it comes to tips as well, because I think it's key. And not just when we speak, whatever we do in life is going to have an impact. So if we get rid of it, transform it, turn it into something different. You also mentioned the elevating, and think about it. Public speaking is going to amplify things. And as you work in yourself, it's also going to amplify the good stuff. So think about it that way. And I think we're ready for tips, unless you've got something else, Elliot.
Well, as we're talking about challenges and things like that, how do people get in touch? What do people do, Jose? Tell us.
First of all, the Elliot and Jose show on Instagram. You can reach us there. Then you can go to Elliot's website. What's your website, Elliot? You've got many.
Speakerexpress.co.uk, and you can take your influencer test. How influential are you as a speaker? What about you, Jose? What can people do with you?
I discovered recently that if you type on Google virtual coffee with Jose, you're going to get like the third or fourth option. So you can book a virtual coffee with me. Otherwise, findingexcellence.com. You can also access my membership area with loads of free resources. So people, there's only good stuff for you here in store from Elliot and Jose. Joe.
And also, last thing, if you do want to buy any of my books, they are available on Amazon. Speak, Influence, Sell, or Stand Out as a Speaker and Be More Giraffe. You can get them both on Amazon. And of course, if you want to book a coffee with me, we can do this. So, Jose.
Elliot, quick question before. Before.
Okay, yes, go on, quick question.
Yeah, quickly. So I know you've launched your book. For how long are you going to have this sort of the bundle that you're offering together with the book? How long is that
It's a
going to be
very good
for?
question. I don't have an answer. So let's
Okay,
not.
cool. So if people listen to it today, I mean, like today, this week,
I'll
when
tell
it's
you what.
launched.
I'll tell you what. Right.
Tell me more.
Are you listening? Shall I tell you what?
Yes, please.
If
Tell me what.
anyone sends us, here's what we'll do, right? If anyone buys a copy of the book and sends me the receipt or sends me a picture of it, or leaves a comment and a rating of this podcast, then I'll give them the bonuses. How's that? But you have to send us a copy either of buying the book or of the comment. And if you do that, we will send you, there's like bonuses worth $5,000 or more. There's PR marketing, there's public speaking training, obviously. There are so many different bits to it. Jose's in there. You get access to his world-class communicator course as well for like £1, which is like $1.50. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can do. So if you leave a comment, a good comment preferably, and send us a picture, it will give you access. I will need your email is the only thing. And if you buy a book and send me proof that you've bought the book, then you will also get access to the bonuses. How's that?
Beautiful, Elliot.
That's right. So there you go. Thinking on the spot, Jose. Thinking on the spot. Do you hear that? On the spot.
Yeah.
That is how you do it. That's right. Okay, Jose. What can people do about this? Everything we discussed. What's the first thing people can do about their mindset?
So what is speaking to you? Think about it next time you're about to go and speak. When I'm speaking at my best, that is like what? I would like you to take your time to answer that question. When I'm speaking at my best, that's like what? And you're most likely going to come up with a metaphor that represents the best version of you speaking. Basically, what I want you to do is to start focusing on what you want, going towards, okay? We tend to focus too much on the problem. And of course, when we focus too much on the problem, then we get more of the same problem. So I want you to start directing your focus towards. That is solution-based thinking instead of problem-based thinking, which is what we tend to do most of the time. And you're going to see how that will impact your speaking, your confidence, and everything you do. Interactions with other human beings, it's going to have an impact right away. So answer that question, and that'd be my first tip. Over to you, Elliot, and then who's honking? Is that for you?
That was my wife.
Are you being picked up?
No. She doesn't normally honk, so I hope everything's okay. Let me just take a quick peek.
You want to double check? Yeah, take a pic. Elliot is taking a pic, just making sure.
No, she's okay. It's all good.
Yeah,
you heard that honk
Fantastic.
live here on the Public Speaking Expert podcast. There we go. It's
honk.
called utilization. Awesome stuff. Were you finished? I don't know if you were finished before we honked.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I finished while the honk was going on, so we used it, utilization, as you well said, and over to you to carry on with tips.
Great. So I talked about elevating, and I think the best way to think about, and this is a good philosophy for life, right? I think a lot of we cover is a great philosophy for life. And it is to look at people ahead and behind you versus elevated, or to look at the process as a linear process. So if you want to shrink speaking down in your mind, obviously what Jose spoke about is a great start, but also to think of it as a journey, as a road, as a one step at a time type process. And keep it simple, simplify. Don't overcomplicate. I'm not a great storyteller. I can't sell. I can't do this. I can't do it. Start one thing at a time. Maybe start, just 10-minute talks, and you focus about telling one thing really well. You start with one story, and one story you tell really well. Then maybe you add a joke or two. Then maybe you add an offer. And gradually you build it up, you build it up, you build it up. A bit like you would do running, or you would do any kind of exercise. You start small and you build it up, right? So I just finished a 75-day challenge, and it started with 10 push-ups, right? And then it ends with over 100. But if I started with over 100, I would have been done with, right? So start to look at it as a linear process, as a step-by-step. Reduce the elevation. If anybody can stand on stage, you can stand on stage. If Stephen Hawkins can speak without moving his mouth, right? If he can focus all his energy, oh, God bless his soul, on creating what did he create? How much? It's not AI, but if he can create machinery and he creates stuff that allows him to express himself without actually being able to move his mouth, you can do it, right? And it's just about also understanding that speaking is part of your toolkit. It's not this dream. It's not something that's elevated. It's just part of your toolkit. Like you pick up a hammer and you nail a nail to build a house. It's the same. You're picking up your public speaking toolkit and you're using that to grow, to move forwards, to raise your profile, to be the expert, to impact people's lives, and of course, to generate an income. Jose, over to you.
Beautiful, beautiful. To complement Elliot's idea, which is fantastic as usual. I don't know. I'm actually tapping. I'm just moving a little bit here as I'm speaking. Yeah, I don't know. I think I still have got the music that you played before, whatever it was. Right. I spoke about that perfectionism element, and I want you to do the following. Whatever you have in mind at the moment, okay? Imagine that you're going to be doing a presentation. Imagine that you go and do that presentation. And now I want you to go 5 years ahead of time, okay? And look back at how you did that presentation. What do you think about it? And now I want you to do, in 5 years' time, do a presentation. And in 10 years' time, look back at how you did this first presentation and how you did the one 5 years later. Are you catching my drift here? Yeah? So the best thing you can do if you want to make speaking easy for you, and not to say that it is an easy process, but make it easy for you, go and speak. Whatever you have in mind, of course, prepare on everything else by knowing that it's never going to be perfect, by knowing that there is no failure, only feedback, that you're going to be learning along the journey that Elliot mentioned. There is always going to be a learning because, hold on, I got itchy nose. You're not going to be great. Oh, you got children in the back in there. Beautiful stuff.
You hear that?
This is going to go crazy. Fantastic.
They've just got back from school. That's what everyone's hearing. So yes, you can
give them my love. That's okay. Hopefully they'll get to say hi today. So as I was saying, yeah, it is something progressive on a daily basis. Work on your craft. And I think we speak about this. Most importantly, people, whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever you learn, I don't care about what you know. I care about how you feel about what you know. And I care about the fact that you take action and do something with that knowledge, because that's going to be key in your journey to become an amazing speaker or a person of influence or a successful business owner. Okay? So, Elliot, choo-choo.
The other thing I want to add about perfection before we wrap this up is you need to let go of perfection, right? It doesn't exist. Sorry, you've been missold, right? It's like there's no such thing as perfect. Now, for the perfectionists that are listening, there's nothing wrong with aiming high. Aim to be world-class, aim to have high standard, and aim for excellence. But if perfectionism is going to create procrastination, if it's going to stop you from doing, if it's going to hold you back, then you need to let go of perfectionism. If it's destructive, let go. Listen, I'm telling you again and again, perfection doesn't exist, right? We're all perfectly imperfect. And the quicker you let go of perfection, actually, the quicker you'll take action, because you will be detached from the outcome and you won't go, oh, it's not quite right. I didn't quite do this. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Let go, right? Mm-hmm. Let go, people, because perfection doesn't exist.
Nope. Bravo.
Thank you. Now, the other thing to remember, of course, that if you want a little bit more of the Elliot and Jose show, the Public Speaking Expert podcast, is you can join us on Clubhouse. As it's being recorded, we are live every day at 12 o'clock on the Clubhouse under the Elliot and Jose show. And of course, if you want a bit more of us and you want to follow us on Instagram, you can follow the Elliot and Jose on Elliot Jose show on Instagram. Woo. There we go, people. Awesome stuff. So, Jose, final thoughts.
Let's wrap it up. Think about the way in which you think about what you do every time. What would you like instead? Practice. Elliot spoke about elevating. So when you elevate that, instead of elevating, do step by step. And then think about the perfectionism. Nothing is perfect. That is just an illusion. You've been sold. And with these people, take action. Connect with us. Share this podcast with people that you think can benefit. And invite us to speak. Use the resources that we made available for you. Go onto our websites. Join the show. Use it. Utilize us. We're here for you. That's how I would like to wrap it up today. Thank you so much for listening. It is always a pleasure. And remember to be a great speaker and to
always speak your greatness.
You've been listening to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose Ucar. Follow us on Instagram and join us next week for even more. Remember to always speak your greatness. Subscribe, rate, and comment.